I'm talking to that one again who's still holding on to self and needs to fully surrender to God's will. And I'm talking to the one who surrendered to God's will and you want to do God's will, but there are some contradictions that are in your life. There are some contradictions that are showing up in the midst of the prophetic word. There are some instructions that you've been given, but there are some, what appears to be hindrances. It appears to be impossible, but it's not impossible if God said it. Across the board is surrender. See, surrender looks different in different ways. Some need to fully surrender their life, some need to surrender their will, and some need to surrender in obedience to the instructions that God says. Because you have the faith, but you're not really walking in the faith until you are obedient. It's not just about what we're going to get out of it. I'm going to tell you something that may not be a secret to any of you. The reason why I don't look back, the reason why I'm not concerned about my life when I've been given certain instructions, like, okay, what am I going to lose? What am I going to be left with? Because that's what some people are battling. It's all of these different things that point back to self instead of saying, God, my first, middle, and last priority is just to do your will. And guess what? He's not going to tell me to do something out of evil with the evil intention towards my life. He loves me. He's going to cover me. He's going to protect me. He's got me. It's about your will. And to others, that sounds funny because our human nature is to look out for ourselves. Some people will give people their last. Some people won't. God is trying to break that with some who they're like, look, I'm a giver, but I'm going to be wise. You call it wise, but I'm not going to give to the point where I don't have nothing left. This is not worldly teaching, okay? And I'm not telling you to give of yourself until you have nothing left. What I'm saying is using the wisdom of God. If he says, give all you have, okay? Then that is wise. Some of us, we have that plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, E, F, and G. Okay, I'm going to follow what you said, but I'm going to put this in place and I'm going to save this in place and I'm going to do this in place. And so when you are engaging in spiritual practices and you really want to see results, your heart matters. Your heart matters in the situation. Your obedience to what those instructions are and that situation matters. Ever God is calling us to step out on faith, it's always going to be a denying, is going to be a surrendering, it is going to be something that you may have to give up, but you can rest assured that whatever you have to give up can't be compared to what God has factored into his will that's going to bless you. Okay, that's something we can rejoice in. So that keeps me from taking bribes. That keeps me from getting caught up in this new age kind of practices of being obsessed with results and not caring how they produce these results. What is the source of these results? God does not want us to be a people that are so obsessed with results that we find ourselves outside of the will of God, dabbling into the occult, dabbling into things that he has not ordained, or even taking opportunities or going places because we did not trust in him.